Greetings YouTube and everybody, welcome back to the channel. If this happens to be your first time, please think about tossing out a follow if you want to better keep up with all your big RPG, open world, and various other game news, reviews, mods, and yes, there is going to be lots of Bethesda. There's always been lots of Bethesda, and with Starfield coming soon, there's just going to be a lot more. So if that's your thing, go ahead, click the button, join the community, help make us grow into something great as we look forward to all the great RPGs coming out in the rest of 2023 and for those coming out beyond that. And guys, I am really excited. I hope you guys are as well for Starfield. The hype is real. I really like what I'm seeing and I can't wait to lose myself in this game. It's just, I keep seeing the vast depth of it. We just had those 3 new little, they weren't really trailers, those little animated cuts of the game showing different people in 3 of the prime locations that are going to be explored in the game. And I can only imagine what this game's going to offer, and I can only imagine what the modding community is going to do after that. But back to Fallout 4, without delay, YouTube, what do you want to talk about today? How about Bethesda? Let's talk about the Commonwealth and let's look at some of the best mods to come out for Fallout 4 so far in 2023. And as always, you're not going to see a lot of gun or weapon mods here on the channel, unless it's something really unique, like there's the Crutch, and there's some weird laser guns, and there's some flaming chainsaws, things like that I will probably host. But for all the faults that the game had, the one thing that I feel made Fallout 4 a top tier game was the mood of the game and how they built the adventure and anticipation through the game's exploring mechanics. So as always, I want to look for mods that are a mix of quality of life, immersion, and offer general world building. And funny enough, this first mod was supposed to be the last mod, the main mod hosted on this video, and is in fact the reason that this video is coming out a few days later than intended. I had the video ready, I had everything all set up, and I was planning to release it that next morning. When I woke up, I saw Juicehead's new video, and not only did he showcase this mod, but he also had another one that I had on this video. But that's why Juice is good. He's on it, and he brings us the best Fallout 4 modding videos as quickly as he can. At any rate, those mods were Real.AI and the new Tina DeLuca voiced as a settler with AI. And you know what? I'm still going to do a quick shout out for them because both mods really are 2 of the top mods that have come out for the game recently. So the Tina DeLuca voiced with AI is a mod created by C. Dante, and this mod adds AI dialogue and attempts to fix the very buggy ending and recruitment of Tina in the base game. Instead of being a general merchant, she'll start out as a level 4 merchant and will no longer be a chem med dealer, which for me makes a lot of sense. This mod also helps to eliminate a lot of the weird bugs that at times wouldn't allow you to move her into a settlement after the completion of the quest. It also brings 50 new voice lines and additional hidden content concerning Vault 81. And this mod author really likes Tina as this is his 3rd attempt to fix her and the quest bugs that were found in the original base game. I always welcome the addition of named settlers over those generically named settlers. So if you're like me, make it a point and try this one out. And AI seems to be the direction that modding's going, not just for Fallout 4, but for Skyrim, and I assume it's going to be the same for Starfield. There's a lot of controversy in it, but some of the things that they're doing using this AI is amazing, and I can only hope that it will continue. And this next mod addresses NPC behavior, Real.AI by Thumblestein. This mod does a lot of great things. Enemies see you further away. They stay in buildings using cover. I've seen groups of raiders mow down zombies and set up ambushes because I have 2 different zombie mods which add a few little groups of zombies and stuff and allow them to roam around. And I've seen a lot of interaction between the NPCs combating other NPCs. Smarter combat is always a great thing. Just be warned, if you do have extra enemies, like I have the zombie walkers and a few others, NPCs are going to be in combat much more often since they become much more aware of each other at further distances. This is great for me as I like the need to scout out areas before passing through, and at times passing by and finding ways around certain areas just because it's not worth the ammo to try to go through an area fortified by raiders and gunners. Now the downside is talking to NPCs can be annoying as combat is triggered much easier, and like always in Fallout 4, you try to turn in a quest and they run off to join the battle. And don't be surprised if you fire off a few shots while you're out in the wilderness and draw the attention of a rabid pack of mole rats. The mole rats and other wildlife will swarm you. Since they don't have weapons, they're always going to be in melee combat, and they will just come out of nowhere at extremely distant ranges sometimes. And again, I love the new sense of danger and the feeling that you get while traveling that this mod brings. And this is something that I'm going to be watching very closely as it develops, because I think this is going to be a great thing. And if it keeps going the way it is, this may really become one of the best combat AI overhauls. But maybe you want to get the drop on enemies instead. Or you just want to make your way through the Commonwealth with ease and slip past any and all danger, and with this next mod you can easily do that. I present to you the MS-06f Jetpack by Dankim2. This is a sleek, small, lightweight jetpack that comes in 7 colors and is most fitting for his other mod, which is an Institute type of bodysuit. But that doesn't mean it won't look good on others. In this mod, it's fun, it's neat, and well, it's a jetpack. You can't really go wrong with this. You can create this jetpack at the chem station as well as modify it at the armor workbench. And the last mod for today is a simple, yet I think a very neat little mod, and that's Concord Resurrected, No Longer a Ghost Town by Zorkaz. This mod brings a bit of life to Concord after you first clear the town of raiders and assist Preston's group of survivors back up the sanctuary. The idea, the mod, is after driving out the raiders and clearing it out, similar to kind of how Sim Settlements 2 is, how Jake asks you to clear out the raiders before he can set up his little shop. In this one, you need to clear out Concord first, and then people begin to settle in, and they turn the once empty town into a very small little community. It won't revamp the city. In fact, he changes nothing, and he only adds objects and NPCs. So it allows it to work very well with other mods that mod the same area. The drifters will move in and begin making the city a home, and they use the buildings that are already there. And you see here they're using this building to turn into what looks like a bar that seems to be run by a gentleman named Gary. Gary seems like a pretty good guy. You know, there's also a doctor, a merchant, there's some kids, I believe there's a teacher, and all these others just give it that recently moved in feeling. And as I said before, mostly this is going to be compatible with all other mods as long as they're only adding things to or around Concord, as long as they're not changing any of the buildings, as he uses the vanilla buildings for these people to move into. I did see that there is one small little bug if you're using Sim Settlements 2, and that comes from the merchant that's found in this mod. I guess the merchant has a turret. The turret from the merchant at times is attacking NPCs that move into the Concord area with the Sim Settlements 2 mods. And I assume that there's going to be a patch there very soon, but you could do something as simple as disabling the turret and you should be good to go. So I had to revamp this video, change some things around, but you know what? The good news is, because of that, I had a few other mods that I was going to use to replace the ones, which I ended up just leaving in the video anyways. But because of that, I have another video coming out here soon, and I also have a video on what I feel, well, you know, actually, I may make it a little series, maybe 3-video series on mods for survival playthroughs. So as always, you guys be safe, and I will see you again in the next video.